All right, how's everybody doing on the road with Big Al here? Thought I'd do another trip report. Um, Basically, break down some loads I did when I was on the road. I was on the road from April 28th and I came back May 7th. I believe I did 4 loads during that time. I'll break them all down to what I made and how much fuel it cost and a few other things we'll go over. First trip was from York, Nebraska to Maxton, North Carolina. I deadheaded 112 miles to get there. Um, the line haul was 1,310 miles for a total of 1,422 miles. I averaged about 7.2 gallons of fuel. I was paid $3,100 for this load. I booked the load through RTS Ryan Transport. Um, so back to the fuel. Averaged about 7.2 gallons, and it took about 197.5 gallons to uh, for that load for a fuel cost of $507.57. Uh, Kind of another thing that came up to run this load for Ryan Transport. I have Canal Insurance, and for some reason the credit rating for Canal had dropped. They said from A minus to B plus, and I had to get. I'm not sure. Basically, it cost me 74 bucks for the rest of the year, and then I guess I'm gonna um, uh, renew it for next year so I can haul loads with them. But I really don't haul that many loads. I've hauled like 2 loads for them this year. Uh, I guess it would cost like $400. Basically, they want guaranteed that they'll get paid um, in case Canal goes bankrupt. So that insurance policy makes sure that they get paid first in case anything goes wrong. Uh, like another thing, my next load was from Charlotte, North Carolina to Heston, Kansas. I deadheaded 100 miles from North Carolina to Charlotte, North Carolina. Um, the line haul was 1,143 miles. So for a total of 1,243 total miles. This is a pretty light load, and I averaged 8.3 miles to the gallon coming back. I booked a load through C.H. Robinson, and I made $2,300. Um, my fuel cost on that load was about $384.80. Um, my next trip was from McPherson, Kansas to Temple, Texas. I booked this load through C.H. Robinson also. The deadhead was 21 miles. The line haul was 533 miles for a total of 554 miles. It's a pretty light load. Like I think it was even under 10,000 pounds. It was plumbing stuff again. Um, I averaged about 8.9 miles per gallon. I booked it through C.H. Robinson, and I made $2,000 for this load. The price of fuel, my fuel cost was about $153.91. Let's see. The last load I did was from Rosebud, Texas to Fremont, Nebraska. It was a 24-mile deadhead, 803-mile line haul, 827 miles total. This was seed corn, so it was a really heavy load. It was right at 45,000 pounds. So I averaged 6.7 miles to the gallon on that load. I booked it through Trinity. It was the first time I've ever booked a load through Trinity. I'll talk about that a little bit later. I was paid $2,000. My fuel cost was about $317.22. I did a broker review, or not really a broker review. It's a DAT load boards. It's It's a load board. I did a review on it the other day, and I talked a little bit about the Book Now, that I'd never had book to load through the Book Now because most of the times I haven't worked with those brokers. So I got on. So basically, I was looking for loads, trying to get home. I was wanting to come home, and a load came up, and they had a Book Now on it, and it was through Trinity. So I clicked on it. Um, it took me to another web page. I clicked on something, and then a few minutes later, I got a phone call from the broker, asked me a few questions like my truck number, trailer number, um, my my equipment, van, trailer, 53-foot swinging doors. I let them all know all that. He said they just all they needed was uh, proof of insurance. So I emailed them a copy of the proof of insurance, and I got the rate confirmation, and it was actually pretty easy set up for never having to haul a load through them before. Like I kind of said in the C.H. Robinson broker reviews, signing up for these new brokers sometimes or pretty much has been a pain in the butt. But um, DAT load boards has been trying. I think they've been trying to make it a lot easier to sign up for these smaller brokers, and they keep the information. And like when I first started doing this, I've been doing it for almost 3 years now, a little shy of 3 years. You'd get about a 12-page pamphlet, and you'd have to fill it out and then send it in. And like I'm the only driver. I'm doing this in my truck. You you just have a tablet or whatever. Have a tablet with an internet connection, and it's hard to sign things. And I bought a printer to print them off, but those printer usually didn't work well. It was hard to sync with my tablet, and it was just frustrating. So I kind of got away from booking some loads with these smaller brokers because you know you'd haul that one load, and then you never come across another load that you'd ever want to haul again with them again. So it really wasn't worth all the hassle to sign up and haul a load for them. But um, booking it through the DAT load boards was pretty simple. All I had to do was basically send them proof of insurance, and that was it. The fuel I bought on this trip was I bought fuel at Fast Lane Gaspers in Kingdom City, Missouri. I bought fuel for $2.56 a gallon. The mud flap discount was 30 cents, and then I got another 2 cents for setting up my debit card with them. I got 109 gallons there. I bought fuel twice at Weiger's, Newport, Tennessee. First time I bought fuel there was my total cost was $2.51. I got a 7 discount from Mud Flap and an extra 2 cents for having my debit card set up with them. I bought 83 gallons there. The second time, fuel was a little more expensive. It was the total what I paid was $2.58 a gallon. Mud Flap was a 10-cent discount, and the debit discount was 2 cents. I bought another 83 gallons there. Got back to Kansas. I bought fuel at Casey's General Store in Heston, Kansas. The price I paid was $2.68 a gallon. 20-cent discount from Mud Flap and a 2-cent discount for using my debit card. I used bought 138 gallons there. Total, I bought 544 gallons on this trip. Average price was $2.57. I think that's a pretty good price for what the fuel prices are right now. I had another fuel stop here. Casey's in Blackwell, Oklahoma. I paid $2.46 at the pump there. Or I paid my cost was $2.46. I got a 20-cent discount for Mud Flap and another 2-cent discount for having my debit card set up there. I bought 132 132 gallons there. I did a mud flap review of some stops the other day, and I'll talk a little bit about the Casey's in Blackwell, Oklahoma. That's a pretty good. That's also a pretty good stop for mud flap. It's exit 222 in Oklahoma on I-35. Just when you come, literally when you come across the Kansas into the Oklahoma border, it's maybe 20, 23 miles south of the Kansas border, or right, or if you're coming heading north, it's before you get into Kansas. It's off of I-35 there, exit 222. It's a couple blocks off the interstate. It's not a it's not a huge it's not a huge truck stop. I think they only have like three pumps in their fuel aisle. They have DEF in there. The pump I got fuel at, the DEF was out of order, so I wasn't able to get DEF. But like I said, Casey's is a nice convenience store. Got pizza and all kinds of stuff. It's kind of a nice place to get fuel. That's kind of what I've got. I was out on the road for 8, 9 days. It was pretty good 8, 9 days. I'll just do a little quick plug for Mud Flap again. I say I use it, get a good discount, no fees, no, you just download the app, no sign up fees, no monthly fees, no fees at all. They just give you a straight discount. You set up a credit card or your debit card, or tie your bank account to it, and if you set up a debit card or a straight up bank account, you get an extra 2-cent discount. Um, if you use my referral code, which I'll put in the description, and I'll put another link in the comment section and pin it to the top, I'll get 10 cent, or I'll get $10 of free fuel, and you'll get $10 of free fuel for using my referral code. I've saved over $1,300 so far off the price of the pump using Mud Flap. I've used it probably about 14 months now. So, it's a good way to save fuel. In this ball game, anytime you can save any money doing anything, that's literally money in your pocket instead of expenses. So, on the road with Big Al, you guys stay safe out there. Have a good. Let's enjoy ourselves.